Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of the Cousin
Connection Podcast. Okay, we got it that time.
Yeah, we did. I love how we're looking at each other like
because we're gonna make sure we get it this time. That's why.
I feel like this. You know that feeling that I have right now? It's like, you know, right after like your birthday party, then the next time you see everybody. Like right after a big celebration. Because
because of the episode 50.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, thank you again for the response to episode 50, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see a lot of you guys liked it. A lot of you guys were sending your salutations or congratulations.
And a lot of people were saying they wanted a Bachelor Amir edition.
I heard no one say that, so Sara is fabricating information now.
Several comments.
I did not think that you were this type of person, Sara. Just make up stuff.
I can show you the proof.
I don't need to
here.
See. It doesn't exist.
It actually
the proof does not exist.
It actually does.
No,
it actually does. You're just in denial.
I'm sure you are misinterpreting the information that you were seeing there.
You are in denial. You know what? At the end of this episode, and I'm saying this to hold us accountable, we will have honorary mentions, and I will personally screenshot them and force Amir to edit them into the episode.
Hey, if you're willing to make the images, go ahead.
I'll make the images for you.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Sara, what is this topic you have here where you're saying that I was right?
Let's not rush into it.
When you not rush into it?
I just
it's
wanted
literally
to say,
the first thing on the list.
Before we get into our topics,
okay,
don't forget to subscribe to our channel.
I know you already know, bro.
Give us a thumbs up.
Exactly, and like the damn.
That is a thumbs up.
What? There's no more. Yeah, I guess so. Yeah. Thumbs up, whatever.
Like the video.
Okay.
And turn on your bell notification. Since you guys seem to be liking the videos and the audios, don't forget to subscribe. Follow us if you're not already doing it. I feel like if you're not following it at this point, like it's just insulting to you, not even to us.
Yeah.
Because we're going to be here. You're just going to miss out on the great content that we have.
Exactly. You're going to miss on all this, what do they call it again? It was like... Banter. Exactly. This rambling.
All right, guys. So I have a small confession to make. And I know Amir's been like waiting for me to make this confession.
Let him know.
And it's actually 2 confessions. I didn't write the second one down because I feel like that one is more harder for me to make. So I'm just going to surprise Amir with that one. The first one is... I just saw what you wrote. Okay. So we have a shared Google document. That's where we exchange ideas, right? So I'll write something. I'll tell Amir. He'll look at it. He puts his thoughts.
I sometimes look at it.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Or he'll just wait till the day.
Even though I'm the one who made the document and told Sara to use it.
Yeah. He doesn't always look at it. But, it's okay. It's fine. Guys, Amir was right.
Of course.
Amir was
right.
right.
Stand up. You're damn right I was right.
So, I did an adult thing. Actually, I don't know if I want to admit this on podcast. I'll tell you after. But
what? No.
I'll tell you what I did. I'm basically realizing that as much as you guys have reminded us, we're turning 30 this year. I'm taking my health that much more serious because I'm no longer 21 and chilling.
Metabolism ain't the same.
Yeah, I know. I realized that. So obviously you got to eat better. And I realized it wasn't that I was eating too much. I was actually eating too little. So
and then and leads you to...
gain weight, slow down your metabolism.
No, not only that, it leads you to binge and like eat more stuff afterwards.
Yeah, or like just one meal with a
lot of calories in them. That's one thing people don't realize. That's why I've kind of gone away from the whole intermittent fasting thing. Like intermittent fasting is actually like, I thought it was a good thing back in the day. I thought it was a smart idea.
It can be though, sometimes.
No, honestly, as long as you have your calories in the day, it literally everything when it comes to weight loss specifically comes down to calories in, calories out. Yeah. Like all this stuff that I used to think was like tricks and things to losing weight or like to gaining weight or, trying to gain muscle and all that stuff. At the end of the day, like you just have to make sure that the calories you're eating are less than the calories that the calories you're eating are less than the calories that you're burning.
Calorie deficit.
Yeah, you're in a calorie deficit. Yeah. Exactly. Or if you want to gain weight, then you're in a calorie surplus.
Yeah, I was like, what?
Yeah.
Like implicit.
I think last time I didn't know what the word was. I made sure to research it this time.
I was waiting for you to say it.
See, I know my story. I've been redoing my research, okay?
But yeah, so
we will say
so because I came to that realization that like, oh crap, I'm not eating as many calories. I should probably track this stuff.
Yep.
So you know what I did? I listened to Amir finally and used MyFitnessPal, and I didn't realize that it had that little pie graph where it breaks down like your protein, your fats, your carbs. And I like really looked at it, and I actually, I was like, oh my God, this makes so much sense.
It tells you how much you need.
But I also realized it is very difficult. Like if you have a specific goal, like I'm also working with a nutritionist too. Yeah. If you have a specific goal of like, let's say you have to have like, I don't know, 1900 calories a day, that is very hard to hit for me. And I was telling her about this too. I was like, how do people eat that much food?
It's really just like if you really want it, you have to change your lifestyle. Like it's all a lifestyle thing, right?
Amir, I used to have coffee for breakfast.
See, like
come on.
Yeah. So not being prepared, you have to prepare yourself for it. Like the thing is, a lot of people want to make a change, but they don't want to do the work to make the change, to see that change. I mean, they don't want to do the work. And like, there's actually someone who asked me a question recently, like on how to even start like the process of getting into a healthier lifestyle. And then I realized like there's something I don't think I've mentioned it before, but I realized that like something that really helped me when I was first starting off my like fitness journey, I guess, was like immersing myself in the culture that surrounds it. So a lot of people, so when I say that, I mean like I started watching videos of people that I made like learn to admire in the lifting community, because I was specifically like looking into like powerlifting, or when I first discovered powerlifting, like I was following people like that. And like now that with TikTok, like it curates stuff for you. Yeah. And if you're aware of it, then you can start like liking things that are related to health and fitness. So when you start seeing like healthy what I eat in a day videos, you can start liking those videos and like, I don't know, you know how they say like comment for the algorithm? Yeah. Like doing things like that. So they serve you more of those. And the moment you see like a video of someone working out, usually like for you, it might be a female, for me, it'll be a guy. Yeah. I like it immediately. I make sure to like watch the whole thing or save it or something like that, because it'll start serving that up to you. And I feel like the more you immerse yourself in that culture or just that community surrounding fitness in general or healthy lifestyle, the more you'll be inclined to actually like do it and be motivated to do it. Because when you have someone else you see doing it, it's just like when you follow like I want to kind of generalize here, but for girls, like when they follow a makeup artist, let's say Aisha, like they want to, you know, kind of emulate her lifestyle in a way. They want to wear the same makeup she's wearing. They want to wear the same clothes she's wearing. The lifting community works the same way. You want to try out the programs they're doing, right? You want to try out sometimes a lot of YouTubers in the fitness community will make like what I eat in a day, and that'll give you ideas on what they do. And sometimes they'll put up like the calorie breakdown, and you can see how like there are certain YouTubers that can show you how you can have a large volume of food. So like it looks like a large plate of food with a lot of stuff in there, but really it's like 300-400 calories. It's not that much. Because people, they have this idea that when you're trying to get healthy, like the food that's going to be on our plate is going to be really small. You're going to have like these small meals.
That's what I thought. Yeah. And that's why, like I told you, by the end of day one, I'm like 300 calories short. I'm like, where am I going to, I'm too full. I can't eat this.
See, so like there are ways that you can get like add calories here or subtract calories there. Yeah. And like give yourself some nice, because a lot of people don't have the filling meals. Like you need filling meals to be able to not end up starving and like binging at the end of the day, right? So you need meals with a lot of volume. Like usually you might add a little bit more salad in there, so it adds a size and it makes you feel more satiated over time, and maybe add some good fats in there, which will keep you full for longer in a day. So like for me, I don't now that I know roughly like how many calories I eat a day, like I'll still go out once or twice a week and just get like whatever food I want. I'll have a cookie literally every day. I go and like, you just have to balance it. Like I go on a walk to get that cookie. I literally walk 30 minutes or 40 minutes, 20 minutes there and back. And you've already burnt the calories off of that cookie right there. Yeah. See? So like just making small changes like that, you can make a huge difference in your life. And it won't suck. Like a lot of people think your life's gonna suck, but you literally just have to make these small changes here and there and make it gradual. Don't just jump in all at once. There's some people who can do that, but not everyone can.
Yeah.
If you make it gradual, just do that. And then again, going back to that point, immerse yourself in the culture, or try to immerse yourself in the culture. Start following YouTubers that you can. Maybe I'll find some YouTubers that are good and put them up or something. Unfortunately, I follow a lot of male YouTubers, just because I'm a guy.
I have some that I follow. If you want, I can send them to you.
Yeah, there you go. So you can have some there and the more you watch their videos, the more you'll be motivated to actually try doing those things. But yeah, MyFitnessPal has been working for you.
Yeah, and I also realized like the nutritionist that I'm working with, she's not putting me on any kind of diet. Like I can still have bread, I can still have rice. Like obviously everything is in moderation, but I'm not restricting. She's like, don't restrict yourself from anything. Like if you want to eat it. Yeah. But just know like, if you have to consume this many calories, your goal is to exercise this many days or like, you know what I mean?
It's all about a balance.
I was like, oh my God, you're like, she simplified it so much, but at the same time, I'm like, Amir has literally been saying this for years.
Yeah. How many times have I told you guys I hate diets? I despise diets.
I know, and I know you especially hate keto. But the one thing that I liked about keto was that because I was consuming so much like fat, I was full for so long.
Yeah, but the issue with keto, at least
my issue, it's not sustainable long term.
It's not that it's not sustainable, is that nobody knows how the process of ketosis works. Like to get yourself into the state of ketosis for keto to actually work is it requires a week of doing it like properly. No cheat meals, no nothing for your body to get into that state of ketosis, and then to stay in that state of ketosis where your body is using fat to burn instead of carbs. I think that's roughly how ketosis works. You need to kind of continue with that diet, but like the moment you have one thing out of that diet, it breaks you out of ketosis and you have to restart the whole process, which is why keto is such a, I think of it, it's like someone who's never dieted before or someone who's never worked out before goes to starts a powerlifting program.
But you know what though? Because I find like some people have that personality type where if you give them set rules, like you can only eat XYZ, they can follow that and like they have no problems. But if you kind of give them like, you have to change your lifestyle, you have to just make healthier choices, they feel overwhelmed because there's so many options. Like for me, I can show you, I wonder if it'll still work. Like she gave me a very extensive like grocery list and she broke it down for like proteins, carbs, fats, and like literally said, buy whatever you want. Like pick whatever ones from each topic. Just make sure you have a couple of each so that you have something to eat.
Exactly.
And I was like, okay.
Yeah, if you saw my grocery list for the past like 4 years has been the exact same way.
I was gonna ask you, do you ever switch up like your veggies and stuff, or do you always have the same?
Well, like for me, I don't care if I eat the same thing, so I literally have the same thing every day.
What are your go-to veggies?
Like kale, broccoli.
You eat the kale raw?
I usually get like the mixed salad, so it has a bunch of different veggies in them.
Okay.
I don't have. Yeah, it's just a bunch of green stuff. The more color, the better.
Like, do you have like sweet potato?
No, I just have rice. Yeah, okay. I don't like sweet potatoes. Yeah, I'm not a fan of sweet potatoes.
What? I love sweet potatoes.
Nah, sweet potatoes are like, they're just like
so good.
I don't know if there's something about the like sugariness and just the texture. It just doesn't feel right.
You season it with like salt, pepper, garlic.
Nah,
no.
I don't even like sweet potato fries. Like,
I mean, your sweet potato fries are the best.
Nah, they ain't mine. It's just, I feel like it should be more of a savory thing, but it's just, but just a little bit too much sweet in there.
You don't like the sweet and salty, like?
Nah.
Oh.
And like it's more mushy than regular potatoes.
I mean, a little, nah. Yeah. All right, well.
Yeah, the weird thing is that like a lot of the big like staple foods you hear like people who work out normally eat, like oatmeal.
Yeah.
And
I grew to love oat. Have you ever had overnight oats?
Nah. Well, I don't like oats.
At all?
Nothing.
You don't like it because of the texture?
I like the only time I'll maybe eat oats is in like oat cookies.
Oh like my God, Amir.
Those dad oat cookies. Those were the best. Stop. I'm telling you, no, you can't say those dad oat cookies were not the best.
I'm not crazy about them.
What?
Like they're so basic.
Yeah, that's why they're so
like
good.
The yellow box, right?
Yeah. Those were like the number one cookies.
Are you kidding?
For me, for a while. Like outside of like chocolate chip cookies. Exactly. Chocolate chip cookies are of course always going to be number one, but like dad was like a close second all the time.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know why.
Ew, you looked.
Yeah, and then they had like the ones
95.
They had like a chocolate chip one, but like the chocolate chips were like little specks on there.
I know which one you're talking
about. Like you barely call it chocolate. Am I turning down mine or am I turning down yours?
Hello.
Okay, I think I'm turning mine down because I'm speaking really loud here, so I'm just making sure.
And no, I think you. No, yeah, we're good.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know.
What?
I'm not crazy about like dad's cookies. I will only ever eat if I'm like starving and it's the only thing left in the house.
You know, to each his own. I'm just saying. You know, is that how you say it? To each his own?
No.
Yeah, to each his own.
To each his own.
Let's say that's what it is. Okay, guys. Don't worry. Don't overthink it. Don't overthink it.
That's not it, but yeah.
But how long have you been on the?
Just this week.
Just this week?
Yeah, but like so far so good.
Yeah.
I'm definitely like developing the new habits and it's looking up from here. So
yeah, once you realize that like it's just calories in, calories out, like you're gonna be less harder on yourself because you can be like, you know what, today I'm gonna give myself a break. I'm gonna eat a little bit over, but then you know that okay, now I'm gonna have to maybe put in a couple extra kilometers on my walk, or I'm gonna have to go to the gym for an extra day, or I'll just eat less calories the next day, that kind of thing.
But even like what I realized is I have a lot of unlearning to do because I think I've programmed my brain to think, oh, you want to lose weight, just eat less.
Yeah.
But like eating less is literally the problem.
Exactly. So that's a big issue. And make sure, like I mentioned earlier, watch videos of people making things that are low in calories. Yeah. But like things you would want. Like if you ever want a dessert and you want to like make brownies, there are thousands of recipes out there for low calorie brownies that taste just as good.
The thing is like I don't always crave I guess in those cases where I'm craving them, fine, but like it's not something that I crave often.
Yeah, okay.
And if I want something sweet, like I've made sure to like give myself ample options with fruit. So
yeah, just don't overdo with the fruits because you don't realize how many calories fruits can carry in them too.
Yeah, I know that too.
Yeah, like my parents will like come with a whole plate of fruits and be like, "Oh, it's healthy." It's like, nah, man. You literally, it's like a bowl of sugar right now.
I mean, like I think at the end of the day, no matter what you consume, everything in moderation. Yeah. Good or bad.
Yeah, exactly.
Bad, whatever however you want to label it. But yeah, that was the first thing that I wanted to admit you were right about.
You done though.
And the second, this is really, anyone who knows me in real life knows this is really hard for me to admit.
What?
So.
Was I right about something else?
Yeah.
What are you doing with this mic, Sara?
What's happening?
You do not know. Guys, I have never had one issue with my mic in years. See, I told you. And of course, she almost spills her drink. I have never had an issue with my mic.
Let me tell you something.
Anything in the whole year that we've been recording this. Sara literally every episode
the middle
struggles to get this mic to stand up for her. What did you do? 1 second.
Well, as I was saying, the second thing that Amir unfortunately was right about, but I'm not going to fully admit it. Okay,
well, you're admitting it now, so
I have been battling my Apple devices. Okay, I am a solid Apple user, and my Apple ID has been compromised. I don't think someone hacked it. There's just Apple's doing something weird, some shady business. And today I really felt defeated at a moment, and I was like, should I just switch over to Android?
To the dark side.
So I started like Googling prices of the Google Pixel. Is it worth it?
Just wait for the 6A to come out, don't worry.
What's that?
Like the newer version to come out or whatever.
Didn't they just release it?
Yeah, technically in like, but it's like October. They usually come out with a new version or whatever.
But like, I've looked at Amir's phone and I'm like, it's not that different from an iPhone. It's really easy. I could learn how to use it.
I'm telling you right now, like Android life, I didn't realize, like for iPhones, they lock you in so hard that literally just trying to transfer a photo from if you don't have another Apple device, like let's say you have a PC, like you have a PC at home, just to transfer a file from your phone to the PC outside of just like sending an email or something like that, you want to connect directly, is like you have to download iTunes.
No.
Yeah.
Actually, it's very different now. Let me tell you guys. anyone who has Apple devices, to transfer, it's actually very simple. There's something called AirDrop.
Yeah.
Right? So I can do that like
no, but I'm talking, that's seconds. From, I said, not from Apple devices.
Oh.
From like, because not everybody has a laptop, an Apple laptop. Like that's how they get you, right? They get you into ecosystem by saying, okay, it's easier just to have an Apple laptop. Exactly. and I'm telling you right now, like
I'm a slave to consumerism.
Exactly. They get you by making you buy one product and then make it super seamless with all the other products.
But it works. It works.
Until it doesn't, like it did for you.
It doesn't.
Exactly.
It doesn't. But like even then,
yeah.
If I was to get an Android now, my life would fall apart.
Oh yeah, you wouldn't. I feel like now you're kind of like you're in too deep at this point.
Yeah.
So you just gotta keep hopefully swimming and that you don't drown from whatever's happening with your Apple ID. But yeah, and like I think my mom, like she had some like zikr or something on a CD. And usually all I do is connect it to my computer, put it on there, and I just drag and drop it into my phone or whatever. Oh, yeah, she had an iPhone.
Yeah,
so that's where I had to download iTunes, like connect it, make sure it syncs up with everything, and then like drag the files into it so it can like load up the what do you call it, the sounds into it.
Yeah, remember my mom was telling you to do the same?
Yeah.
Which we still haven't done.
And because of how unintuitive it is.
Yeah.
It's so hard. But I don't know. There's a lot. Honestly, like I'm gonna say, like I said earlier, to each his own. Like it depends on what you need it for, right? There's certain like I'm not gonna tell someone who isn't very tech savvy immediately to get an Android. I'll be like, you know what? Maybe.
What do you mean? No. Don't offend the Android community now.
What?
You're saying Androids are only for people who are tech savvy?
They're only for smart people.
No, let's not. Okay, now we beefing. Guys, I'm about to cut the cameras and beat Amir up. How dare you say that Apple was produced by a genius? Do you know who Steve Jobs is?
Produced by a genius, but it's not used by them.
Wow. I cut the cameras. We fight.
I'm played.
No, but that's such a bad.
What?
You know what? Sound off in the comments, okay? We're going to war. Apple versus iPhone. I mean,
no. Android versus hate. I have no hate.
You literally just said, dumb people use Apple.
It's all tongue in cheek here, y'all.
Nah,
okay, it's all tongue in cheek. No.
What you implied was that smart people use Androids. No, dumb people use Androids. Okay.
Why are you?
We are so smart on the Apple side.
You gotta come back with a better point. You can't just say, really back to you, or whatever. Whatever that killed children thing was. They used to say. It was like, whatever you say to me, I'm rubber, so it bounces back to me, whatever.
What?
I don't know. Okay, forget it. Okay, guys. Speaking of the gym that you were talking earlier, like healthy stuff in general. So, recently, yes. I finished my program, so I started like testing my heavier lifts. Mm-hmm. So, I had like a goal because like pre-COVID, I was like working my way up to be able to do like 3 plates on bench press, which is like 315 pounds. I was working up to get to like 5 plates on deadlift, or like 5 and like and a half or something like that.
That's impressive.
Huh?
What's half a plate? Like a smaller one?
Yeah, like 25.
Oh.
That kind of thing.
Wait, each plate is 50?
Each plate is 45, the big ones, and then small one is 25. So I was doing that. And like, of course, I wanted to film it and I lifted and everything. Yeah. And like, I was able to get my lifts up. I was able to do like 405 pounds that's 4 plates on squats and all that. And of course, I was high. I never posted anything online, so I put them all up. Yeah. And I guess someone didn't say mashallah, because literally.
Did you fart?
What? Oh. No, it's worse. Oh. The next day. Sure? No, it's not related to poop, okay. Sara. What are you doing? I'm just saying. I guess, I don't know. God humbled me the next day because I literally was just doing like a regular pull up. And I pulled out my lat muscle. I pulled on my lat muscle, and I could literally do like 20 pull-ups like nothing for it. I literally can't do 1 pull-up at this point.
Are you injured?
Not even 1. Yeah, I'm injured. I can't do any pulling motions right now. Literally after lifting, like I just thought it was funny, like the dichotomy, not dichotomy. It's like the contrast between like last week and this week. Like last week I was literally doing the heaviest lifts I've ever done. Yeah. And like this week I can't even like pull like 5 pounds. I can't even pull my body weight. I can't even hang because of how bad the pain is.
Are you in pain right now?
What?
Are you in pain right now?
No, because I'm not pulling anything right now.
Give me your hand.
but my elbow hurts. Like,
give me your hand. Give me your hand.
What? Why?
I want to pull it to see if it hurts.
No, if I pull something.
Yeah, so pull back.
No, I'm not gonna do that right now, Sara.
I just want to see if it hurts.
Why?
Because I just want. I don't know. Just prove.
No, it won't hurt for you. I don't know.
No, like
weak.
okay, give me literally.
No, it won't work like this. It have to be like pulling from up. If I pull from down, then it's fine. But if I pull from up, because your lat has like three. It has like three major muscles.
This muscle here.
Yeah. See this muscle here? Like, you know how whenever you see like people doing poses with their two arms up.
Yeah.
And they say like, oh, he has wings. Oh, it's like that muscle that pops out. That's your lats, right?
So wait, how do you heal that now?
You just literally have to let it rest. So I can't do anything for like the next like 4 weeks. So if I get smaller guys on camera, you'll see why.
Wow. Look at him trying to give this long disclaimer.
No, but I'm just saying, like, when you're in the gym, make sure you're stretching properly.
Do you stretch?
I keep looking at the laptop. Make sure you stretch properly.
Do you stretch?
Yeah. Also, if you're ever going to do like a heavier lift or any type of compound movement, make sure you roll out your muscles. Don't stretch. Okay. So there's one thing. Sorry to talk about the gym again, y'all. But, you know, I'm trying to give y'all tips here, okay? So the start when you're doing a workout, any type of lifting workout really, and you want to and you're gonna be doing like squats or deadlift or something that is a compound movement, you should be doing dynamic squats. I mean, not dynamic squats, dynamic stretches, pre-workout, and then post-workout is when you do your.
Can we dumb that down?
What? Okay, so dynamic, I mean like where you're moving. So like, let's say you're getting ready to do warm up for squats. Like you should be doing air squats. Maybe do a few lunges here and there. Make sure to do kick outs where like you hold your hands on the wall and you like kick your legs from side to side to kind of like stretch it out. I don't know if you
where
understand
you like
what
swing
I mean.
It, right?
Yeah, swing your legs. Sorry. Yeah, where you're swinging your legs just to get that stretch in there. Also, if you have, make sure to invest in like a roller. I don't know what the a foam roller, exactly. And just roll out your legs, roll out your lower back, all of that. Just keep rolling it out, but don't do any. I forget what type of is dynamic. What's the opposite of dynamic? Static. Yeah. Don't do any static stretches. These words. There you go. Don't do any static stretches. Until after your workout. So like, you know how you see people, they'll sit down on the floor and they'll like reach for their toes and they hold it there for 20 seconds and then you do the same thing for the other side, or you try and do like a little bit of the splits or something, or you do like yoga movements.
So the difference is like when you're holding the stretch versus when you're actually moving to movement, mobility.
Yeah, mobility. To increase your mobility, it's good to roll out and do dynamic stretches before you actually start lifting. Because if you do static stretches before the workout, you could loosen up your muscles and your body a little bit too much, and you'll end up actually injuring yourself more during the workout, especially when you start increasing that weight and reaching higher weights. Yeah. So it's always recommended to just do more dynamic stretches before you work out and then do the static stretches after the workout. Because it'll save you from injuries. Yeah, so this is something to tell y'all. Something I had to learn the hard way, okay?
Yeah, I remember the times when you didn't stretch.
Yeah, so now I started, but this one was just something like, because the pull-up bars in the gyms, if it's not the straight ones, it's just the, there's like that curved ones. Sometimes the grips on those aren't nice, or they're really loose. Oh, the
little silver metal ones?
Yeah, but this one had like these weird grips on it that ended up turning on me.
Oh shoot!
And then like my hand slipped and I like pulled something out. Yeah, but that's just something. So I got humbled in the gym basically, and that's something I want to talk about. Yeah.
Are you feeling better?
No, I'm probably not gonna feel better for like another couple months or something.
Oh shit!
Yeah, it's gonna be a while before I can do it. I have to like try it out here and there.
Y'all better say mashallah when you see Amir, okay?
Exactly. That's the point here, man. When you see
girls and guys. Any of y'all thirsting over him? Or
I'm just not going to post any of my lifts anymore. Keep that to myself.
Close friends only. Do you even have close friends?
I don't even know. I don't think so.
Never mind.
Yeah. I don't use this again like that, okay?
Okay. What is this point? Because I saw it last week too and I had no idea what you're talking about.
So this is more of like a Toronto topic.
Okay.
Why did I say Toronto like that?
Yeah, I don't know. That's for Fabi.
Yeah.
Toronto.
Did you see the Man from Toronto trailer?
No.
You never saw it?
What
the
is
one
that?
with Kevin Hart and
Kevin. Is it a movie?
Yeah. Apparently they made this movie. It's about like assassin called The Man from Toronto, and like the trailer. The guy's supposed to be from Toronto, I guess, and they filmed a little bit here in like Brampton and.
Brampton is
not
like Toronto.
Exactly. People are making that note too. But like the funny thing is that in the whole trailer, they said Toronto with a hard T.
Like Toronto?
Every guy, not one person could tell them, hey, it's not Toronto, it's Toronto. Like not one person, it's almost like they intentionally said the T, kind of like tee everybody off. The city.
Well, I feel like unless you were born and raised in the city, you don't know that though.
But that's the thing. If you're going to make a movie of a guy from Toronto, at least the guy from Toronto should say it properly. Yeah,
but Amir, it's like when you have like hijabis and as representation, they don't do the research.
Hollywood can't even do like the simplest part of representation.
The day that they get something done accurately, they have accurate representation.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna find out. We're gonna find out in a few days. Because remember, I mentioned Miss Marvel. Mm-hmm. So they're gonna be coming out with the show like this June 8th, I believe, like this week.
Was that based in Toronto too?
No. But it's gonna be like a Muslim girl, right?
Oh, right.
Yeah, Muslim Pakistani girl.
I'm actually excited. Maybe I'll watch that.
Maybe you gotta watch it. What are you talking about? We'll react to it. Exact or not a react? Maybe a review.
Connection.
Yeah. We'll do something. A review on it.
But we also have to still do like part 2 of the anime react.
Oh, yeah.
Pancreas, whatever it's called.
I don't want to watch Pancreas.
You don't want to cry?
Nah.
Give us a thumbs up if you
want to
cry
again. No.
If you guys want to see Amir and I cry watching Eat My Pancreas, give us a thumbs up.
How do you know that's even like cry?
Because everyone was like, if you guys cried over this, wait till you watch Eat My Pancreas.
Sara,
have you seen it before?
No.
That's even better. Yeah, we're watching Eat My Pancreas, okay?
I don't want to cry.
I still think it's so weird. Such a weird title.
And it's probably like translated from like it probably means something else. Not means something else, but like, you know how like certain things are translated from like English to French?
Yeah.
And it's just like that seems nothing like what the actual place is. Like Staples is like in Gros Garcia or something like that in French.
What did you
Okay, just search up. Okay.
What are you trying to say?
Like Staples, I didn't think was taken literally. So I thought they could just use Staples, but they don't use just Staples. They actually like translated Staples to like something completely different.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's weird.
But I think that's just a Quebec thing.
Maybe.
They like messing with stuff like that. Like we don't want anything to be related to the English counterpart or whatever. Well, what were you talking about here? Oh, yeah, we're talking about... Okay, so there's something I wrote down here, which is like kind of just Toronto related. What?
That's what it is.
Yeah, Bureau and Gros. Like, how is that even related to Staples? What does Bureau... Doesn't Bureau mean
means
like...
office.
Office, and what does Engros mean?
Let me see.
You don't... Sara, what happened to your French? I thought you were good at this.
Listen, okay? Oh.
Wholesale office.
Which makes sense. Because isn't it Staple Wholesale Office?
Yeah, but see how they didn't want to be related to Staples, so they just changed their whole name. Nah.
And it's probably not gross. It's probably grow.
Whatever. Okay.
I'm just saying, you don't really pronounce the S's.
Hey, they don't like us speaking English when we go there. So
let's go to.
No, I'm not going to France or not France.
I was gonna say
Quebec.
Montreal.
Montreal is the furthest I'll go. Yeah,
really?
Yeah, that's the furthest I'll go.
Let's go.
Maybe. We'll see. I don't know. Speaking of the French and a lot of European countries, they're known for having like really good subway systems.
Trams.
Trams. Just subway systems in general. Like there's when we went to England, like we could get anywhere within 15 minutes just by using the different subway systems, and like it'll show there's like you can go in multiple directions, and you can actually take different trains depending on how fast you want to get there, because there are express trains to get to the same spot. They
have only underground, not like streetcars or whatever, right? In England?
Yeah, they had the buses on the top.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. But like, so that's the thing in Europe. And when you compare it to like the subway system we have here, and even the one we have, compare it to the one in New York, like New York has a like crazy subway system. Our subway system is trash already.
But I think, okay, ours isn't bad. Like it's not as bad as it. The thing is
okay,
that
it's not saying it's not as bad as it could be is not really a good out.
No, what I feel like they can definitely extend the line of the trains, but the bus compensates for that. But then again, the buses are slow and whatever.
Okay,
you know?
But like speaking of buses, so RT is shutting down in 2020. 2000. The RT is shutting down in 2000.
2000.
Not. Okay, guys. Thank you for listening.
2000.
Okay. Start. The RT. Okay. The RT is shutting down in 2023 for 7 years.
Oh my God, I actually take the RT every day.
Like, no, but when I say the RT shutting, I mean, there's going to be no, you're going to have to take the bus. Anyone in the East is going to have to take the bus. There's going to be no subway system for 7 years so they can upgrade it because apparently it's out of date. But the thing is that this city is probably the least at the worst at like planning ahead because they knew this was going to happen. They knew that this was a thing and they never did anything about it until now. Like they could have.
We're 6 months into 2022.
Yeah.
So what are they going to do? Just increase the number of buses, which is just going to increase the traffic. Buses. It's going to increase the traffic that we already have.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
So that's the thing. Like the.
I'm gonna just stay working at home.
Yeah, because like it's like one project finishes. The thing about the city is like the construction is so poorly planned.
Oh yeah.
Like the potholes alone are like,
bruh.
If you have a car in the city, like there's no point in investing in a good car in the city because it's gonna be destroyed by the potholes.
Just get a big car that can that has a good
suspension.
Spring. Yeah.
That's
good spring.
No, but for real though, like the potholes are like a huge issue, not only on the streets but on the highways too. Like the highways of potholes can get pretty bad.
In Express, if you don't stay, in the middle lane.
Yeah, never take the middle lane on the Express.
If you guys know, on the 401, the middle lane in Express, once you pass like Leslie, I think.
Yeah.
It's so bad.
Yeah, it's like they're literally like half
they're
like six
huge.
Like what do you call it again? Like half a foot of chunks missing.
And you can't even if you swerve, it's dangerous. Obviously, because you're gonna hit another car.
And it just creates more traffic because people just know that's coming, so they go around it, right? But like, what's your opinion? Because I was gonna ask you about that. I thought it would be a bigger issue for you. You don't seem to be too worried about it.
Actually, okay. So I remember when it was first proposed. When I think it was wasn't it Rob Ford who said he was gonna upgrade the RT before he died? And like the area that I live in, they were gonna extend it all the way to there, but then it just never happened. I finished university. Then they started doing the Eglinton line, which is I don't even know what's happening with that.
And it was just like ironic that they finished this they're about to finish this Eglinton line.
Yeah. And
they're literally shutting down the line that connects to it.
Yeah. It makes no sense.
Yeah. And just for context for anyone who doesn't know, the RT is basically like Scarborough's subway system. We have one line that goes from Scarborough Town Center, which is like not the furthest part of Scarborough.
It's not.
It's probably midway through Scarborough, honestly.
Yeah, because basically Scarborough Town Center, the mall and the subway station is like the where you kind of catch the RT or the LRT to go to take you to Kennedy, where you take the subway, the underground subway.
Yeah, because the RT is above ground.
Yeah. So
and it's a huge connection for a lot of people.
Oh yeah.
And like I don't think they thought ahead. Like it's similar to the Eglinton line. The Eglinton line, I don't think they thought ahead about that because now that it's almost finished. Like I can't really see a lot of people using it.
Yeah, I was really confused as to why they did. Like I don't know how busy that line is. Like the Eglinton strip. But then again, like when I used to work on Eglinton, that 34 bus used to come like every 2 minutes.
Really?
Yeah.
So do you prefer buses over...
No, I hate buses.
You hate buses, right?
I hate them with a burning passion.
And it's going to be even worse, like the winter. The winter is going to be so horrible without the RT.
If there are...
Like, I'm not... just to give you guys... I don't use the subway system. I haven't used the subway system in 8 years and I'm heated about it, okay?
Well, okay.
Look, more than 8 years at this point.
If there is a... Because before COVID, there used to be a bus that would take me from my house straight to Kennedy Station Express.
Yeah.
So I was chilling. It was like a straight express like car ride.
Yeah.
But then after COVID, they stopped that express portion from Scarborough Town to Kennedy. So then I had to go take the bus to Scarborough Town, then get off, take the RT. Yeah. So like, I don't mind eliminating that middle step anymore. But at this point, if it's going to be like a bus replacement of the RT where you're stopping at every major station, I'm going to just take the GO train, even though it's like $6 or something crazy.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of people kind of have to go to that option, especially in the winter.
Even that though, the GO train is so packed now.
Is it actually?
Yeah, because a lot of my coworkers take the GO train because they live outside of Toronto.
Yeah,
and they're like, oh my god, the GO train, like people are standing now, like what used to be considered like a luxury train ride is now.
Yeah, because people didn't need to leave the city to be able to. It's kind of sad. Like, I know we always mention this. That's the fact that a lot of people who have to work in the city can't afford to live in the city.
Yeah.
Like I feel like there's some options to live in the city, but
you're paying a lot.
Yeah, you're paying a lot and
for
like
a shoebox.
Exactly.
Do you see those? Do you get the TikToks where it's like real estate agents that show you like?
Oh no, I don't get the ones that show like.
Oh, they'll like I've seen them.
Yeah.
And they'll show like literally, Amir, the smallest apartment in the world.
Yeah.
For like $2,000, and I'm like, how do? Like, what are the apartments that they don't have like a bedroom, but it's like open? Is it a bachelor or a loft or something?
Yeah, it's a studio.
For like $2,000. Like, I don't want to have my bedroom right where my kitchen is. Sorry, where you can like, no, that's just weird.
Yeah, it's a sad affair that kind of we can't do anything about right now.
No judgment if you live in those because you actually like if you have to or if you enjoy that kind of space.
Well, there are people who don't mind having that kind of space because they literally just use their place to sleep, eat, and leave. Like they prefer the lifestyle of living downtown versus having a bigger, more open space outside of the city.
Yeah, that can't be me.
So for you, you'd rather have a large open space for yourself, and like have to commute to if you want to not only work but also to just like enjoy like city life, or like.
Well, you know what the thing is. Y'all spoiled me, like I said last week in our last episode. Like most of the people that I hang out with are in Scarborough or more east, right? Yeah. So like if we want to go into the city, it's like we go once in a while, so we don't mind taking a drive or whatever, you know. Like I don't know, do you want to live downtown? Oh no, but like because of where I work, I probably have to move somewhere in between, anyways. But downtown would be inconvenient.
Oh no, not downtown. Maybe more like
North York,
Queensway area, that kind of thing.
Yeah, that would be more.
Because that place is like, if you wanted to go to Scarborough, it's like you just take the one highway. True. Sorry, we're doing a lot of Toronto talk today.
Let's not bore you with the details.
Yeah. I feel like we kind of have to cover this just because it's like one of the biggest things that happened in the past week. Even though we both, I don't think we were both. Did you follow it? Not really. Like I followed it in the sense that if it was served to me up on TikTok. Yeah. We should have probably mentioned, we're talking about the Amber Heard and Johnny Depp trial and how, Johnny Depp rightfully. What do you mean?
I have some thoughts on it.
What?
I think that
he won his case on defamation. That's why I say he rightfully won his case on defamation.
Yes. Okay. I see how you chose your words.
Yeah. See?
I see how you chose
your words. What were you going to say?
I was just going to say, because I feel like, and I saw this post, I think it was on, I can't remember who. I should probably start screenshotting things now, but I saw it on TikTok and I thought it was a very interesting perspective because Johnny Depp, once he won the trial, was so celebrated. I saw on my Instagram and stuff, right? Yeah. But when I actually looked into the case and like what he was suing her for defamation because she did an interview saying that he like abused her or whatever. Right?
Yeah, well, she never said his name outright, but she basically implied it. Yeah.
That being said, who's to say that she wasn't telling the truth?
What do you mean? Well, they proved that it was actually the opposite.
Yeah, I know she was lying and whatever. I know there's like poo on a bed or something like that. Like I know there was that.
There's a lot more than that. Yeah.
I know. Like she might have fabricated some of the stuff, but I feel like this specific case is going to make it that much more harder for people who are actually in that. It's like the boy who cried wolf.
Well, yeah, it's because of what she did. Because she lied about what actually happened, it can make it seem like people can use this against other women and be like, oh, how if you're lying like that? Yeah. But then again, like Johnny was abused as well. So
no, I know, but I'm not saying this in support or in defense of her. I'm just saying that in this situation, like, it's if she lied, that's messed up. Like, and then she tried to make him look bad and he got his justice. But for future cases where someone actually is being abused, it's like now they're going to be second guessed. Like, oh, well, Amber lied. So, do I sue this person for defamation now? Like, I don't know. I just find I was really not interested. I questioned why it was so publicized. Like, why is everyone so obsessed with celebrity lives that they have to publicize this friggin' like a domestic abuse trial.
Well,
like,
it's what he wanted. He wanted that. He literally chose Virginia
but
specifically.
he did.
No, he literally chose Virginia specifically because he knew that cameras could be brought into the courtroom and that it could be televised.
Yeah, but he did what she did to him, but on like a 10 times scale.
Because he didn't care if he won the case. He actually thought,
I know, he was just suing her to prove a point.
Yeah, he wanted to clear his name.
Yeah,
essentially, right? And he knew that by doing this publicly, she can't hide behind a courtroom, like a closed file, right?
Yeah.
So people don't see the details and just see that he won, because people can twist it and make it look like he was still the bad guy, and maybe he proved his case against defamation, but really he did do some sneaky stuff in the end, right?
Yeah.
But it turned out after all the information came out that like a lot of it was
he still did abuse drugs and alcohol.
But it doesn't matter what he did to himself.
No, I know, but like drugs and alcohol can impact your like how you act with someone, how you speak to someone. Yeah,
but that doesn't give that person the right to abuse you.
No, of course not.
Yeah.
But I'm saying like everything is like she's not gonna just abuse him unprovoked. I don't know. Maybe that was the case. I didn't look into this too much, but if she did all of that unprovoked, then that's on her. Well,
like a lot of it essentially it was within arguments, right?
Exactly.
No, but it might be for like a dumb argument where like I think one of the examples was like, I think maybe he wasn't showing her enough attention, or like he was hanging out with his friends and she got mad at him. She's like, you should be only giving me attention, or something related to that. And then she abused him for that. So it's like, these aren't arguments that he's invoking himself. Like she's the aggressor in this situation, right? And maybe this is just an example that like there are men that this you can look at it the opposite way. It can be like, now men who come out as saying they're being abused can be taken more seriously. So your point is that women might be more apprehensive to coming out about abuse. But on the opposite side, you could say that now men might be more inclined to actually come out about being abused as well.
Yeah. I mean,
right? Because a lot of men these days, they still have that old school mentality of like, oh, like a woman you can't be abused by a woman. What are you talking about being abused by a woman? But
you can though, because I feel like in those cases, and this could be wrong, but this is just my assumption, is if a guy really takes that rule seriously, where like he knows that if he lays his hand on a woman, like it's over for him. Yeah. So if he kind of just sits there and takes it, like he could be abused.
Yeah, exactly. And actually, to add to that, what your point you just made right now, there's actually a recording of her saying, "Go ahead, tell them that I abused you. Who do you think they're gonna believe?"
Oh, that's messed up.
Yeah, it literally she goes on a rant saying, "Who do you take me to court? Who do you think they're gonna believe? They're gonna believe me or you, the woman or the man?" Right?
Yeah, that's the like, I think when you think of domestic violence, and this could be like because of what was publicized in media and whatnot, you just think of the man hitting the woman, but you never really think about it in the opposite sense, where the woman is, and it's not just physical abuse, it could be verbal abuse, emotional, mental, whatever type of abuse.
And that's a lot of the abuse. Like, of course, what they're going after was like, a lot of people focus on the physical abuse, right? But there was a lot of things exposed on the mental abuse side, like the pooping on the bed thing.
That's weird.
Like, that's not, of course she didn't actively just throw it at him or hit him with it, but like just doing that and putting it on bed, that's like a mental, this is gonna mess you up mentally, right? And he already is someone, you have to remember, he was a child star. Child stars, they don't grow up like we do. They don't have a normal life. He never had a normal life to begin with. Yeah. Right? So the fact that he abuses drugs, like you mentioned, and it's alcoholic, like, it's like, you're damn right he abuses alcohol and drugs. That's what he grew up with. That's the only life he knew growing up, right? When he was introduced to it. And that's why a lot of people avoid or are kind of against having child stars, at least in the early days, is because they were introduced to all these things. Like, look at what happened to Demi Lovato. Yeah. Right? Like, she was just a normal child star, and she was introduced to drugs and alcohol at an early age.
Lindsay Lohan, Spears,
exactly,
the Olsen twins.
Exactly.
We could go on about that.
Yeah. So it's not surprising that he does all these things, but it doesn't warrant him getting abused for it.
Oh, no. Yeah. It's not. I'm not going to blame that, but I also just, I don't know. I think For me, I was just weirded out that it was so highly publicized. But now that you've explained it, like I guess I get it. He's just trying to clear his name.
Yeah.
So that's why it was.
To go with your point there, like to kind of see where you're coming from, is that like there were a lot of people who did take advantage of the moment. Like there were a lot of those women on TikTok who literally have like full accounts dedicated to this. I wonder what they're doing now, by the way. But like full accounts dedicated to breaking this down.
Yeah.
And rooting for him. So that was kind of like sick.
Yeah.
But when you realize that it was his intention, it's like he knows how America is going to react to it, and he used that to his advantage, right?
Yeah.
And you can say what you want about that, because remember, this wasn't a criminal trial, right? This was a defamation trial. So the jurors it's not like they were held separate from society. Like they were able to go home at the end of the day. Like after they went through, they were able to go online and see all the reactions and stuff, and they could have been influenced by that, which is why I think Amber Heard's actually kind of come back with a counterclaim.
Oh, she is?
Yeah, and like or an appeal to the verdict, because her and her lawyer are saying right now, like, oh, society made me look like the bad guy, and they did make her look like a bad guy. I mean, it's kind of.
I mean, she kind of did it to herself.
Yeah.
So.
But yeah, it was just an interesting situation. Yeah. And I can see your point with it being public and how that can be kind of twisted.
I guess because we've never really had access to celebrity drama to this extent. Like the trial was playing live. Like if you wanted to sit there and watch it, you could. Yeah.
Like the closest thing you could say is like, what's his name? O.J. Simpson trial. Like I feel like that was a bigger thing, but that was more of a race thing.
Criminal, right?
And that was a criminal trial as well.
He killed somebody, allegedly.
Yeah,
allegedly.
He literally came out with a book with "If I Did It" and like put in all the details. So yeah, it's kind of messed up.
Allegedly, again. Yeah. Allegedly.
Oh no, you won't get in trouble. What are you talking about? Come on now, nah.
Cease and desist letter later. Like,
no, you'll be fine.
Do not talk about it.
Okay, guys, give us 1 minute here. We're just gonna take a quick break, and we'll be back. And we're back.
Wait, you're really gonna cut out all that?
Yeah. Y'all didn't see that? Y'all. Okay. Just to let you know, when I'm explaining something that we're about to talk about, Sara did help me a little bit because my brain was shorting out a little bit.
I literally gave you like multiple
examples.
Okay,
no, but then once it clicked, I was like, oh, I already know this. Okay, so there's something I want to talk about. Just an idea that came up to me because I was just thinking about it. Like, there's this whole situation with like Jack Harlow recently. And do you know Jack Harlow?
Yeah.
He's like a white rapper or whatever. And he was like really big recently. He was like out with like Drake and all that stuff. And then recently there's been a shift in like mentality or like how people talk about him on the internet. And then I was like, the internet's very similar because I deal with the stock market here and there. I like investing, and I realized like how similar they were. Maybe this is like something people already know.
Did they drop him already?
No, it's just well, that's what I'm leading to, right?
Okay.
So like just to kind of explain, so like in the stock market, you have the companies, and then people buy stock from those companies. And when they're buying stock, that increases the price.
Yeah.
And there's also something called shorting a stock. So shorting a stock is basically like you're...
Do you want me to explain it?
No. Okay, I don't explain it. It's just a smiley because we literally went through this. So shorting stock is eventually like...
Tell us, Amir.
Huh?
Tell us.
Okay, maybe they don't need to know the details.
No.
But let's just say when a lot of people are shorting a stock, the price starts to go down.
Why don't you just explain what it is?
Shorting a stock is basically like, let's say you borrow 100 shares from this company. So now you have 100 shares, and then you sell those 100 shares at, let's say it was $50 a price, $50 per share. You sell them to someone else for $5,000. So now you have $5,000 in your hands, and those 100 shares you borrowed. So then let's say the price drops down to like $25. And you want to give back those shares to the company, you can sell them to them for $25 a share because that's what the price is now because you borrowed them 100 from them. So now you sold them for $2,500. So the difference there is $2,500. So you've made $2,500 profit by shorting the stock. And shorting stock, like people will do it when they think the price of something is going to go down, right? And I feel like this kind of goes back to like the idea of people liking the people who like to be like the first of something or like being the first fans, like, oh, I knew them when they were first starting out, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And like the internet is like the stock market in that the celebrities are the stocks, and then the celebrities are the companies, and we are like the users, or like the people who buy the stocks from them, right? Yeah. And like the more people buy into someone, like the higher their value goes up. And then when people feel like there's going to be a downturn, they start shorting it, and they start like almost like as not perpetually, but like it builds on top of itself, and they try and like drive the price down so their value is less than it used to be. And I've noticed that they've been doing this a lot. Like the reason I wanted to use Jack Harlow as an example is because he was recently, his value was going up recently. People were buying into him. They're all loving him and everything. They're saying, oh, you know, like he's smooth with it. He's a white boy, but he knows how to be smooth with lays, all that kind of thing.
He has TikTok to thank for that.
Yeah, that's definitely a big thing, right? Because his songs were being big on TikTok, and a lot of people were buying into him, right? And his stock was going up, and he reached like the top, like Drake level stock value, right?
But okay, you know what it is? There are celebrities like Jack Harlow that are like, they pop in and out, right? Yeah. But then there are celebrities that are like, you know, maybe Drake, Taylor Swift.
But like, wait, I'll get to that.
Okay, fine.
Yeah. So like, okay, you know what? Yeah, keep going on with your point then. Yeah.
I was gonna say with Drake, Taylor, like the greats, if you want to call them that, their level is like, it just remains like that, right? Yeah. Or like sometimes it peaks, but then it stays pretty high. Jack Harlow is someone that goes like this and then goes like that. So I feel like Drake kind of like him hanging around him definitely helped boost his popularity. Yeah. But then, you know, once Drake stops hanging out with him, and once he stops getting the support, like, you know what I mean? It's not like a long-term friendship.
No. I don't think that's how it works. That's not the point I'm trying to make here. You'll see what I mean by my point. Okay. So yeah, his stock. So people, like in the stock market, when people see a company, their values going up, the momentum builds on itself. So people will start investing in it more. And then more people start getting eyes on it, and then more people start investing it until it's just like skyrocketing, like you mentioned. It starts skyrocketing their value, right? And same thing for celebrities. Their value will skyrocket out of nowhere sometimes. Yeah. Right? There's some celebrities out there who have a gradual climb, which is actually safer. And like in the stock market, having a gradual climb is a lot safer. Yeah. Because what happens next usually, if there's a steep incline, is a crash. Because people will see the steep incline, and in the social media world, people will be like, oh, you know, I like them before they're early. They think they're cool by liking this person. But then there's always that person who'll be like, no, you know what? They're not cool. They're whack, or that kind of thing. And it just requires just a few people to kind of get that idea out there on the internet for a celebrity. Yeah. It literally just takes a few people to start shorting the stock of that celebrity. And then the momentum starts to build on itself. Yeah. Even for most of the times, it's not even justified. There's no reason for it. Same thing happens on the market. Like sometimes, let's say Tesla, their stock is going up, and like it's skyrocketing. And then one piece of bad news will come out, even though nothing has changed about the operation of the company. Nothing has changed about their sales. Their product is still just as good as it used to be. But just because there's the idea that they might not be popular, or like people might start selling on them, or might start shorting on them, people will get into their head that I should sell now and just like say and get out of this, right? And the stock will start like shooting lower than it's justified to be at that time,
like crashing essentially.
It starts crashing essentially right before it starts balancing back out, and people are like, oh, we were kind of going crazy. And the same thing happens with celebrities in a way, where some people will be like, oh, they're too popular now, right? And they start like looking for things. Yeah, they're too mainstream. You know, too many people like them, so they start shorting on it and be like, you know what? I'm selling. I don't even want to. I'm not interested in this person anymore. Even though nothing has changed about the movies they make, let's say that kind of celebrity, or the music they make, or the art that they make in general. Nothing has changed about it. The quality.
Are you sure? Because sometimes I feel like when celebrities reach that level of mainstreamness very quickly, when they have a steep incline, don't you feel like sometimes they almost sell out?
No, that's the idea. People get that idea into their head that they're selling out, when really they haven't changed at all. Maybe they just have more access now, so they're kind of doing the things that they wanted to do going up. Yeah. And a lot of the cases there, like the product, like I mentioned, the product is the same. Whatever they're making, the art is all the same. But people start to start shorting them and like have this negative sentiment towards them and start like almost crashing their careers for no reason. And I've been seeing this happen to a lot of celebrities out there. Like, of course, people out here who are listening are like, oh, I don't care what celebrities are doing. But, like, there's still people out here, right? Like, I want everybody to be successful in whatever their endeavors are. But,
yeah, but isn't it crazy to think that these people's, like, these celebrities' success is at the hands of, like, average people?
Yeah.
That's wild.
And it only requires a few people to put out some type of negative. And, of course, it depends on who that person is. Like, if it's a bigger person, their opinion.
Oh, their opinion.
Will be... taken more into account. But like once that idea is put out into the ether, I feel like it can cause someone's stock to crash when it's not even justified. Like there was a point where they tried to do it to like Doja Cat, but she came out fine. Yeah, she came out fine out of it. And sometimes it's justified, like what happened with Will Smith, right? Oh, yeah. Like he actually did something that would crash his stock, right? Yeah. But I feel like Will Smith is such a like not old school. He's been in the market for so long that this will just be a dip in his value and it will start to rise again. Like there are certain, there are companies that are too big to fail. Like in the market, an example of, in the stock market, an example of that would be like a bank. Like there are certain companies that are almost equivalent to a bank in value where they're so popular that almost nothing they can do can make them crash. And
like who? Like I'm trying to think. Like,
and there will
like
be someone
Drake,
else,
for example, what? Like Drake. Are you thinking?
Yeah, like I don't even think Drake is at that level. They're really? Like old school. I feel like I don't know. Like Will Smith is one of them. Maybe The Rock is one of them. Old school people like Denzel Washington. Like these people have been in the market for so long.
Yeah,
they have these companies in the stock market called like. They consider them to be too big to fail, where they feel like if they failed, like the whole market would crash.
Oh, okay.
Right? Like, and they'll be bailed out by like the government, essentially, right? I don't know what the equivalent would be in celebrities, like
Oprah.
Yeah, like Oprah, exactly. Okay. Oprah would be the government. Oprah is the government, guys.
Oprah for president,
exactly. But like she would be the one to bail them out with a good interview, right?
That's true.
Yeah,
that's true.
Wait for that Will Smith. Well, he already did one technically
with his wife, right? I think Red Table Talk.
Yeah,
she actually kind of addressed
No, not Red Table Talk.
Oh, really? With Oprah. After the slap?
No, Will Smith did an interview with Oprah when he came out with his book, I mean.
But not after the slap.
Not after the slap.
Oh, okay.
I feel like, she needs that time,
Okay, fine.
But yeah, I just thought it was interesting. Like, a lot of the times, people's popularity is in the hands, and I mean, celebrities' popularity are in the hands of the people.
Well, yeah.
And sometimes their crashes are unjustified. And it's kind of sick in a way of how people kind of like play with people's lives like this, and usually it's for no reason or nothing they've done themselves, just because someone put out some type of idea out there saying, you know what, maybe they are whack, or maybe they're not as good as we think they are. I
saw this video talking about the way that Gen Zers function and they're like how to understand them. Yeah. And when you were talking about this, how the value of celebrities can crash for no reason. Yeah. It reminded me of this video was because this guy was explaining how Gen Zers work, and he was saying for millennials, a lot of us grew up being taught by baby boomers who are parents, and Gen Zers, not all of their parents are baby boomers, but they basically, he was saying they just don't care about anything because they were born into, I think it was like 1997 and onwards, but like in 2000 there was the like Y2K epidemic or whatever it's called. Then 2001 there was 9/11. Yeah. Then it's like, every I feel like pivotal moment in their like life, there was always something that like the world was quote unquote ending.
But don't you feel like that would have affected millennials more than Gen Z? Because Gen Z were probably kids. They don't remember that kind of stuff.
No, but it's like, okay, for example, so after 2001 was 9/11. 2012 they were saying the world was going to end. Then 2020 there was a pandemic. So it's like the way that the guy was explaining it was like every milestone in their life, like whether they're graduating high school in 2012, finishing college in 2020 or going through it anyway. Yeah. So he was saying like because their life milestones were overshadowed by the world allegedly ending, they just don't care about anything. Yeah. And it's like for them it's cool to not care. Like they don't want people to know that they care about things. So even if they're a fan of, let's say, Jack Harlow, for example, when he was still someone who was, what's the opposite of mainstream?
Underground.
Okay, yeah, underground. Like when he was still like low key.
Yeah, underground. When
underground.
Yeah.
Like the big Jack Harlow's cool. But the minute other people start to like him, it's like, oh, nah, we're not into him anymore. Yeah. He's too mainstream.
Exactly. It's like the market. Sometimes people, when they think something has too much value, they start selling.
Yeah, because they say what goes up must come down. So
yeah, but it's just I think it's more of just like people's apprehension to like stick with something long term. I don't know. Maybe it's because we've been taught to not hold value, but like not to invest in things long term. Like we're always looking for the next thing. Yeah. So it's harder for a celebrity out there to to gain people's attention for a longer period of time.
But those who have, you're like, wow, they are PR masterminds.
Yeah, exactly. Right. So, and I feel like it's because a lot of the ones, it depends on how they came up, right? Like someone like Drake, like he was working for multiple years to get up there. And actually, I don't want to discredit like what Jack Harlow made. Maybe he was working. He's still young, right? Yeah. So the amount of years he maybe put in probably isn't as much.
Okay, how about?
But I don't know how much of a factor what that is in how their stock.
Here's a good example though. What about the Kardashians? And maybe that's not fair because it's multiple people, but like their title as a whole, I feel like they have, since their introduction to reality TV. They've remained mainstream the entire time, no matter what scandal came out.
Because they continue to come out with like new products all the time. And when I say new products, I mean like controversies every time. They know how to gain the people's attention. And that increases your value. That gets more people to buy into you. Yeah.
But even like, for example, the Astroworld tragedy. Yeah. Like, although they weren't directly involved, they're still indirectly involved because of Travis Scott and Kylie. But their show is still doing better than ever. Like, their new show is still doing better than ever. And I've seen a lot of videos kind of explaining the shift. This is so off topic, but it was a very fascinating. Yeah. Because everyone was like, why did they switch from one reality show to another? Like, they went from keeping up with the Kardashians to the Kardashians. And they were saying how the shift from that show on E was, it made them more relatable because they started off as, they weren't really celebrities at the time, but they were still a well-known family and they were more relatable at that time. And it was funny. Like there were storylines. They ended that. And now this new show, I don't know if you've watched it. No. Okay. You probably wouldn't have, but like, it's more like a docu-series. So they actually address the camera directly now. Like they'll talk to the cameraman. Whereas before it was like
while they're filming in the room.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's like, like a docu-series. Like you're just following them around.
But usually in a docu-series, like they'll follow them around, but then they'll have a separate part where they're sitting down on a chair and talking to the camera.
That's exactly what it is.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So that's typically how a reality show works.
No, because with their old reality show on E, the cameras were just always like.
So they never had a point where they would go to another room, sit down on a chair and speak to the camera and explain the situation?
They had that, but they would never address the cameras while filming, if you get what I mean.
Okay, so they are addressing the cameras while filming as well then.
So they'll have, let's just say you're going about your life and a camera's following you. Yeah. The old one, like you would never address the camera while it's following you, but you'd have your confessional.
Okay, I understand what you're saying.
You get what I mean?
Now. Yeah.
And also like this new one, it's a lot more, it's kind of like showing off their wealth more. Before they never showed off like their wealth in this way. So it's very interesting to see the shift. Like they're literally changing the narrative on their own. Like they're not letting the media do that. And I still think Kris Jenner is like a PR mastermind. Like she's shoot, teach me your ways and make me a millionaire too, because I want to know how you do it.
Yeah, because they knew how to like invest. Right, they built
empires,
but like they did it intentionally, and they started from the bottom. And they like gradually grew up until they became what they are today.
But also, I think the fact that there are so many of them, they all cover different niches. Yeah. Like Chloe does fitness and body inclusivity. Yeah. What's her face?
They're like the BlackRock of the market. So the BlackRock, is it BlackRock? Let me double check.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah. So people don't know about BlackRock. BlackRock essentially is it BlackRock? 1 second. Oh yeah. Okay.
World's
So
largest
yeah.
asset
So
manager. 10
trillion. BlackRock essentially owns the world.
God.
They have about $10 trillion worth of assets in the whole world. They have more wealth than like 90% of the world's GDPs put together. And they own a lot of things that you wouldn't even realize that they own, right? But essentially, they're like the BlackRock. I wouldn't even I wouldn't even consider them BlackRock is like a whole nother level. I don't think there is a BlackRock equivalent in the celebrity world.
Yeah,
but when it comes
tech
to
guys, one of those Bill Gates.
No, not in the tech world. Sorry, in the celebrity world. And the closest thing I could say is maybe the Kardashians, because they're like they're multi-invest. What was that word that they used? Multinational investment. They invest in a bunch of different things, depending on who it is, right?
Yeah.
But they're technically all part of like one team.
Yeah.
One company.
Yeah, they are part of one. They're one family. So.
Yeah, one family, right? So yeah, I would consider it almost like a very similar equivalent in that they've invested so many things, so like their stock is always going up, and they know how to like if one is going down, they know how to like balance it out by like making a controversy with like one of the girls here.
And they take one for the team.
Yeah, so if there's any dip, they can build it back up afterwards.
Yeah.
Did you not know about BlackRock?
No, I've never heard of that.
I don't think a lot of people know about BlackRock. If you do Google it, guys, BlackRock basically owns the world. They own like a bunch of property across America and in Canada.
This shook me.
Huh? Yeah, $10 trillion in assets.
That's crazy.
Mm-hmm. One of the biggest companies in the world that nobody knows about.
So this guy must be like wealthy.
Probably.
The CEO.
Yeah. He owns the world. These are like when people make these
controversies.
He owns
America.
No. $10 trillion in the world. And when I tell you that they have more money than the GDP of like a 90% of the country. GDP is like the growth product. If you put all the money together, the country has together, and then multiply it by like, I don't know, how many countries are in the world? Like 223, 224, something like that. Oh. Like 90% of those, if they put all their money together, it would not even equate to how much BlackRock has in assets.
So why is there global poverty?
What?
Why is there global?
Well, they probably benefit from it.
Yeah, that's true. They probably do. He's not even that old. Like, that's crazy.
Well, like, that's the CEO, right? That's different from
the
founders or something, right? But
yeah.
So that was just something interesting. And kind of I was annoyed by how the internet kind of deals with celebrities and how they invest in them and try and short them for no reason, apparently.
But I think the rise and fall of these celebrities creates pockets for new celebrities to emerge. So it's kind of like the circle of celebrity.
Well, that's
life.
how the stock market works too, right? There's always companies. I think like 90% of the companies who join the market usually fail. Oh. Yeah. So. Damn, it's not for everybody, guys. Yeah. But yeah, thank you again, guys, for listening. What?
We have to do our shout outs.
Oh, yes.
Okay, guys. So now on to our next segment. We're going to do a couple of shout outs. So I told you guys a couple weeks ago that for whoever is leaving us comments on our videos, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, we see y'all and we want to shout you guys out. So if you want a shout out at the end of our videos, make sure to leave a comment and we will shout you out. So the first couple of people, Misra Mujib, definitely someone who comments on our videos a lot. Shout out to you. Thank you for your question last week as well. We appreciate the support. Also, let me see who else. Yangi Ash, you always comment. I always see her. You always commenting. You're a real one. So thank you. Let me just go through my notifications. MA also comments. I don't know who MA is, but MA.
Let's make up a name for them. MA.
Muhammad Ali.
I was literally gonna say Muhammad, but I was like, who would A? No, that's the you got it right there.
Let me see.
Should start saying names. Shout out to Sissy A. Shout out to Durri. Shout out to S. Ahmed.
Yes, she's a real one.
Ahmed?
We know her in real life.
Who's S?
I don't know if she wants me to expose.
Oh, okay. Shout out to S. Ahmed.
Anissa. You know who this is?
No, styling on you.
Yes. Just guess. It's someone that we know very well. Just guess. It's our family member.
How close of a family member?
Very close.
Aisha?
Imagine. No, it's Sabri.
No, it isn't.
Yeah, it is.
Sabri? Sala, you really?
Yeah.
Is that his burner account?
Probably. Hiba L.
Yep.
Shout out to you. Layla. See, Misra, sorry. She comments a lot. Mm-hmm. Who else is on here? Habitually Huda, also a huge commenter. Shout out to you. Thank you so much. And also Sharon Bajawi. Shout out to you too. Shout out to you. I don't know if we should have like screenshots of it, but
put the whole comments on there?
Okay, maybe not. But
I'm gonna call y'all like that, guys.
Those are some of the people that are our A1 day ones. Thank you guys so much for all of your support. Mm-hmm. Don't forget to leave us a comment, like this video, subscribe if you haven't done that already. You know what? Let's give y'all a second to subscribe right now.
Yeah.
All right. Your minute is up. So yeah, we're going to end the episode here. We will see you guys next week. Thank you so much for listening. Bye.